on CTV News at 5.
I would like to see zero tolerance for impaired driving in this province.
Steer clear. Operation Christmas hopes to put the brakes on impaired driving this holiday season.
It's been important to give back to the community.
And branch out this Christmas. A special tree drive fills festive hampers for families in need.
It's a soggy and foggy night ahead for the Maritimes with more rain, drizzle, and fog.
Live from the Maritimes News Center, this is CTV News at 5.
Good evening and welcome to CTV News at 5. I'm Maria Penopalis. Thanks for joining us. First at 5 tonight, safe and sober. Christmas parties and holiday lunches are meant to spread cheer, but a reminder today to indulge responsibly. CTV's Emma Convey takes us to the kickoff of Operation Christmas, the annual campaign to reduce impaired driving. Hi, Emma.
Hi, Maria. If you were driving in the Halifax area today, you may have noticed a greater police presence. They were reminding the public to drive safe this holiday season. Halifax streets lit up today, not with Christmas lights, but flashing cruisers, as officers from detachments across Nova Scotia conducted roadside checkpoints. The beginning of a holiday campaign.
Drunk driving is a contributor in many tragic accidents that we have. Certainly, as we've seen here today, there are many people that are sitting here today whose lives have been impacted forever because of the decision of an impaired driver.
Around 45 officers from places like Stellarton, Westville, and New Glasgow, as well as groups like Mothers Against Drunk Driving, gathered at Citadel Hill to launch this year's Operation Christmas, aimed at reducing impaired driving.
Our officers will be spread throughout HRM, along with the other officers throughout Nova Scotia, and just, again, reminding them about the importance of driving sober.
At each roadside checkpoint, police officers also gave out hundreds of donated Halifax Transit bus tickets to give drivers an alternative.
We know that impaired driving is still the #1 criminal cause of death in Canada. So our hearts go out to those families that have been impacted.
Linda Harker knows the impact too well. Her 18-year-old daughter, Erin, was killed by a drunk driver in 1987.
She went out one night evening with her boyfriend walking up the side of the road, Beaverbank Road. And it was 11 o'clock at night, and a guy crossed the line and hit them from behind. He dragged my daughter 90 feet, and she ended up in the hospital for 72 hours. Never regained consciousness, and we had to make the decision to let her go.
She tells her daughter's story to save others from this pain.
The public needs to be made aware of how devastating this can be. There's no excuse. They need to see hand-on what it does to people's lives. It didn't just take my daughter's life. It destroyed families.
Maria, this is just the kickoff. Police officers from across the province will continue this roadside checkpoints throughout the month of December, and they remind drivers that they're checking for substances, not just alcohol.
Absolutely. Thank you, Emma. CTV's Emma Convey for us in the news center this evening. And of course, we thank Linda for sharing her story this evening. All right. We're also going to bring this around our web poll. We are asking, do you think awareness campaigns reduce impaired driving? Your options are simple. Yes or no. Go to ctvnewsatlantic.ca to weigh in and to see the latest poll results. All right, Todd Batt is standing by now with a look at the headlines. Hi, Todd.
Hi there, Maria. Tonight on your 6 o'clock news, a former Halifax bouncer has been found guilty in the death of a bar patron on Christmas Eve 3 years ago in the city. Ever since Ryan Sawyer was killed, his family has been calling for mandated training for bouncers. CTV's Callum Smith was in court today. We'll have the details at 6. The federal government in the last few minutes has announced a plan to bring relief to the softwood lumber and steel sectors. Prime Minister Mark Carney announced the new measures, as I said just a few minutes ago. We will have the details. Bruce Frisco will present those a little later. There are some police changes on the way for people living in certain neighborhoods in Fredericton. Several locations have been patrolled by the RCMP despite amalgamation more than 2 years ago. But next week, all that changes. CTV's Laura Brown has the details. All right, Kayla Mitchell has the details on the weather today. Certainly temperatures were up from what we've seen the past couple of days. And
yes.
There was a reason for that.
Yeah, that's right. As the temperatures were up, the rain was coming down. Southwest wind accompanied by the rain moving across the Maritimes today. The milder temperatures mostly in place for parts of Nova Scotia, southern areas of New Brunswick. Prince Edward Island not doing too badly. It does remain on the cooler side, though, through northern areas of New Brunswick. There right now, between around 2 and 4 degrees. In the south of that province, though, temperatures mostly between 7 and 11, around 6-7 degrees for communities in Prince Edward Island at this hour, and for Nova Scotia, temperatures between 7 and 12 degrees, mildest in the southwest of the province. Here's a look at the winds. It is the southwest wind that is bringing in some of that milder air, and you can see winds mostly out of the south and southwest across Nova Scotia and around the Bay of Fundy coastline in New Brunswick, but then becoming east and northeast for both New Brunswick and Prince Edward Island. Now, the winds aren't particularly strong, in most cases being sustained between around 10 and 20 kilometers per hour, only a few occasional gusts between 20 and 30. Taking a look at things on radar and satellite, so the main area or band of rain that we've been contending with today is now in the process of exiting to the east of the region. It's still coming down in Cape Breton, but it'll be clearing out in another around 2 to 3 hours from now. It's also in the process of clearing out of Prince Edward Island and out of northern areas of New Brunswick, where in some cases it may still be mixed in with a little bit of wet snow. Now, in behind it, it's not like we're heading into a very clear night. In fact, it's going to remain mostly cloudy with some patchy drizzle and fog. Additionally, we have another round of some patchy rain and showers that'll be coming through during the overnight hours. So not quite done with the wet weather yet, and I'll talk more about it when I'm back with the forecast a little bit later on. Maria.
Thank you very much, Kaylin. Right now, though, Halifax is buzzing as the Canadian curling trials roll on this week, but everyone knows the real party is happening off the ice at the Patch. So, of course, that's where we'll find CTV's Katie Kelly. Hi, Katie.
Hi, Maria. Yeah, this is where the real party is. At the Patch, we're at the Halifax Convention Centre, so it's right next to the Scotiabank Centre where the trials are taking place. If you come in the Convention Centre, it's just the first floor down on the bottom.
Yes.
And I'm here with Stu Brown, who is the Patch host, a.k.a. the coolest job ever. How are you, Stu?
I'm doing fine. How you doing?
I'm doing great. It's good to see you again.
Yeah, it's always good to see you again.
Good.
Thanks very much for dropping back in.
Oh, I'm so pumped. Okay, so the Patch. This is the place to be. Explain to people what the Patch is.
The Patch is actually the biggest traveling bar in Canada. It started back about 1982. It's landed right here in Halifax. This is where you go to between the games and after the games all end. It's the party central. We have bands every night. We have bands every day. We got up close and personals where we have a chance to meet some players. It's just the place you want to go with curling.
And how much does it cost if people want to come in here?
Here's the best part. Absolutely free of charge. You do not need a ticket to go to the game. You don't have to have a ticket to get in here at all. Just come into the convention center and come on downstairs.
Awesome. And the games are always playing on those huge screens, so it's basically like you're at the game anyway.
Really, exactly. If you don't want to be in the arena, you can come in here. You can watch it up on the big screens. We have a couple of beverage areas over here. We have games to play. You can have a little bit of fun, and that's what the Patch really is.
It's sheer vibes. And we're going to be talking a little bit to one of the entertainers, but you mentioned entertainment. There's a lot of it, and it's all local.
It is all. That's one thing that we do. We try and go into a city. We always want to get local entertainment. We have Maximum Overdrive playing tonight. The best one's going to be Saturday night. Signal Hill is here, and it's just going to be jammed. It's going to be a great night. So make sure you come down early. Make sure you get a good seat, and it's going to be a good party.
Awesome. Stu Brown, the host of The Patch, coolest job ever. If you just had to give people one line, if they're sitting on their couch going, should I go to The Patch, what would you say?
Get here.
That's it.
That's it.
That's all you need to know. Stu, thank you so much. Have so much fun. If you want to meet Stu, come hang out at the Patch here at the curling trials. We're at the convention center. Just come right downstairs. It's free, and there's so much to see and do.
A programming note for you now. Due to the American Thanksgiving, NFL football will be on our main network this Friday only, so you can watch our 5 and 6 o'clock shows on CTV2. We hope you'll join us there. All right, so some Maritimers about to have a very, very Merry Christmas when we announce the big winners of the QE2 Home Lottery. CTV's Crystal Garrett is standing by with Foundation President and CEO Susan Mullen for the reveal.
This is a huge day for the QE2 Home Lottery. I'm joined by Susan Mullen, President and CEO of the QE2 Foundation, and today we're going to make 3 people very, very happy.
We are indeed.
Now, this particular lottery was very successful.
We sold out early, Crystal, and we're helping transform healthcare. So thank you for all the support.
Yep, everybody's a winner when we're transforming healthcare, but 3 people in particular are going to win 3 very special prizes. Let's start with the 50-50.
50-50 winner is going to take home $858,150 tax-free. And the winner is ticket number 50174035. George Fowler of Middle Sackville, thank you and congratulations.
Oh my gosh, congratulations,
That's
George.
exciting.
That's very exciting. All right, next up, it is the grand prize cottage worth $1.3 million plus $25,000 cash. Who's going to win it, Susan? I hope it's me.
East Uniacke, beautiful cottage. And the winner is ticket number 10071667. Joyce C. Prue of Dartmouth. Congratulations. Beautiful cottage.
Oh my
You're going to
gosh.
love it if you haven't seen it.
Joyce, I'd love to be your first guest. All right, let's talk about the last prize. A little bit bittersweet because we're going to have to say goodbye to this fantastic home in
That's
Indigo
right.
Shores. But you're going to win a $1.6 million home and $25,000 cash.
That's right. And the winner of the grand prize show home is ticket number 10047758. Adrian Henriksen of Bedford. Congratulations and thank you for supporting healthcare.
Oh my gosh, congratulations, everybody. Now, the winning doesn't end here. There are more than 1,000 more prizes to be claimed.
That's right. QE2HomeLottery.com on December 10th. All will be listed.
That is absolutely fantastic. What an exciting day. Susan, thank you so much for everything.
Thank you, and thank you, Nova Scotia.
Thank you, Crystal, and thank you, Susan, and congratulations to the winners. Wow, amazing.
It's Winners Week on CTV News at 5, that's for sure.
Exactly. Are we winning in the weather department?
I mean, hey, we were still looking for more rain. I know we've had more of it lately, but remember, we're making up for quite a deficit as we ran through the summer and the fall months. So rain coming down through parts of the Maritime today, including here in St. John, and I will have more details.
$1,000 Black Friday bonus. See your dealer for details.
CTV and the Snowmobilers Association of Nova Scotia want to send you on an outdoor adventure. A certified guide will lead one lucky viewer and a guest through the Cape Breton Highlands snow-covered trails. We're also throwing in all equipment, clothing, and training, plus accommodations, spending money, swag, and more. To enter, go to ctvatlantic.ca or scan the QR code on your screen right now. You can enter once per day until Saturday at 5 p.m. and we'll announce the winner December 5th. Good luck, everybody. Caitlin Mitchell joins us now with a look at how things are shaping up out there. Caitlin, it's been a wet week.
Yeah, that's right. And we've continued to see some damp conditions as we're moving through this evening and tonight in the region. Let's take a look at our sunrise and sunset times. So we're going to go to the view and around Fredericton for today, where you can certainly see it's a little bit dreary here. And they had some areas of rain moving through, now down to some lighter precipitation. And most of New Brunswick, some patchy lighter rain and a little bit of drizzle. Taking a look at our weather systems map, barometric pressure has been falling over the last 24 hours. It's now sitting at around 1,008 millibars for all 3 maritime provinces as this weather front, as part of this sprawling area of low pressure, comes through. Remember, on the western side of this weather system, back towards more centered over the Great Lakes, tremendous amount of snow coming down through parts of northern Ontario and into areas of western Quebec. Taking a look at things on radar, though, here in the Maritimes, we can see we still have some steadier rain that's going to be clearing Cape Breton over the next couple of hours. Rain in the process right now of clearing out of Prince Edward Island, and a little bit of patchy rain left in eastern areas of New Brunswick. This is also clearing off towards the east. In behind it, there is patchy drizzle and fog. And once again, during the overnight hours, another round of some broken rain expected to come into the region. And that will happen as we move towards and after midnight. Again, in between now and then, there will still be some drizzle and fog around the Maritimes that will linger into the start of the day for Thursday. Now, as that last of that rain begins to clear through Thursday morning, there might be, again, a little bit of wet snow that mixes in for northern communities in New Brunswick. By the time we get into Thursday afternoon, though, around the Maritimes, much of the region will have broken to a mix of sun and cloud, and there'll be a lower chance of some spotty or isolated showers, maybe around a 30% chance for any given community, a little bit higher in parts of Cape Breton, especially Inverness and Victoria counties. Partly cloudy conditions expected as we head into Thursday evening and Thursday night, and in the forecast for Friday, a mix of sun and cloud, but with temperatures turning cooler compared to the last couple of days. Taking a look at winds in the forecast for tonight, they remain mostly out of the east and northeast for New Brunswick and Prince Edward Island, and mostly out of the south and southwest for Nova Scotia. By Thursday afternoon, though, across the Maritimes, as we start to get in behind the cold front, winds will become more westerly and they'll pick up a little bit. It'll be a little bit blustery, especially for PEI and Nova Scotia for tomorrow, with some of the peak gusts coming up between 40 and 50 kilometers per hour. Most of the gusts for New Brunswick should be in the range of 20 to 40 kilometers per hour. Taking a look at low temperatures in the forecast for tonight around the region, they remain mild by late November standards. For Nova Scotia, Prince Edward Island, southern areas of New Brunswick, a little bit chillier in the north of New Brunswick, with some lows falling between 1 and 3 degrees. Your high temperatures in the forecast for Thursday, 3 to 5 degrees in the north of New Brunswick, and mostly between 6 and 10 degrees for southern parts of the province, so 12 for Moncton. Around 11, 12 degrees for Charlottetown and Prince Edward Island. Most of the high temperatures for Nova Scotia, between around 9 and 13. Let's take a look at our weather watcher for tonight. And tonight's weather watcher is coming in from 5-year-old Everett from Elmsdale, Nova Scotia. Everett has sent us a drawing of a mix of weather conditions, some sun, some cloud, and a bit of rain. Thank you, Everett. And weather watchers can come in to CTV Weather Watchers, P.O. Box 1653, Halifax, Nova Scotia, B3J2Z4, or if you prefer, by email, kaylin.mitchell@bellmedia.ca. Maria.
Thank you, Kaylin. So music is a huge part of the Patch experience at the Canadian Curling Trials, and tonight fans are in for a treat. Moira and Claire are about to take the stage, but not before having a chat with CTV's Katie Kelly, who is live on the scene. Hi, Katie.
Hi, Maria. Here they are, and they're so excited to perform on that stage behind us in just about 20 minutes. Moira and Claire, how are you two doing?
We're doing good. We're so excited.
Good. Very excited.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so this is the Patch at the Canadian Curling Trials. So we're over here in the convention center downstairs. This is where sort of like the community hub where the event takes place. It's a really cool place. People come chill, hang. You can watch curling and listen to some incredible live entertainment, which is where you two come in. It's all East Coast entertainment all week. How does that feel to be asked to do this? Because this is such a cool event.
Yeah, it's so cool. Like the Olympic trials, like so crazy.
It's really nice to be a part of a sports event, and you know, music and sports go along with each other, so it's nice to have that combination.
Yeah, totally. Okay, so if you couldn't tell, Moira and Claire are sisters. They've been living in Halifax for about 11 years now.
2 years.
2 years?
Yeah.
Oh, 2 years. I thought you said 2014.
Oh, yeah.
So you're here for 2 years, but you absolutely love it and you're lifers now.
Yeah.
That's the vibe I was getting from you. Yeah. And can you and can you just talk a little bit about your duo, what you guys do, what kind of music you make?
Yeah, we do indie folk pop music, a lot of harmonies. Will you say, Claire?
Yeah, harmonies, mandolin, guitar, but our like produced and released versions are a bit different than what we do live, but we like to experiment with both.
Very cool. And I know you've been putting out a lot of new music. You've had a very busy year, but you have a brand new song out today. So spill the details.
Okay, our new song, it's about being cheated on, but in like the shame and like the embarrassment, but also like the anger of experiencing that. Yeah, pretty juicy stuff. Yeah, we're so excited to play it for the first time. You know, it's tonight. Like it's first time it's released, so it'd be really cool. Yeah.
And what's it called?
All Dressed Up.
All Dressed Up. And people can find that streaming now?
Yes.
And what else do you have planned for that stage tonight?
We have a few covers, a lot of old classics and some modern covers as well, and also originals. So it's a bit of a mix of things. So yeah.
Very nice. And where can people find the two of you if they want to learn more about Moira and Claire?
We're on Instagram at Moira and Claire, Facebook Moira and Claire, Spotify, YouTube, all Moira and Claire. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. Well, it's so great to meet you both. Thank you so much for the chat. Have so much fun. And 2 years is going to turn into 11 years very soon. So please don't leave us because we love having you here in our music scene.
Thank you so much.
Thank you both.
Thank you.
Back to you, Maria.
Thank you, Katie, and thank you, ladies. Well done. Have fun tonight. It looks like a very good night is in the works for sure. All right, we're taking a break. Here's a look at what's coming up next.
I'm Vanessa Wright in Halifax, where local organizations are getting set for their annual Christmas tree drive that helps support families this holiday season. That story's still to come.
Every Saturday night on CTV Live. Stream next day on Crave.
Welcome back. An annual Halifax Christmas tree drive is gearing up to give families in need a holiday essential this season. As CTV's Vanessa Wright shows us, it's part of a year-long tradition.
Last year, the proceeds from this Halifax Christmas tree drive gave local families the support they needed. It's a tradition organizers plan to continue this weekend.
We work with the Christmas Tree Association of Nova Scotia, and they bring us in these trees, and then the MRB crew puts on a full day, and by donation, people can come in and pick their tree.
The tree drive has been running for 8 years. A Halifax contracting company and Parker Street Food and Furniture Bank join forces every year to make it happen.
I've been in the North End for 24, 25 years now, and we started our business here, MRB Contracting, so it's been important to give back to the community that has been so kind to us. We've got to do so many projects over the years in the North End, and it's just a special place for us. So Parker Street is an obvious choice to help out this time of year.
All proceeds from the tree drive then go to Parker Street, which helps them fund their Christmas hamper program.
And what this program does, it helps a lot of people in need across the Halifax Regional Municipality with the support that they need and to feel dignified and supported and loved during the Christmas season. So it's a box full of filled with Christmas items, meaning food, and then they're given a turkey with that.
This year's drive will take place on Creighton Street in Halifax this Saturday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m., just in time for the holiday season. Vanessa Wright, CTV News, Halifax.
Perfect time to get your tree and help a great cause along the way.
Absolutely.
The spirit, for sure. So you'll be talking about the weather, of course, coming up at 6 o'clock, but you've also got some special reporting for us.
That's right. Environment Canada has introduced a color-coded system for the weather warnings issued for the country. Yellow, orange, and red help to escalate the communication when it comes to risks with weather warnings, because, of course, we know that a 15-centimeter snowfall can have a vastly different impact than, say, a 90-centimeter snowfall, but both can be covered underneath the snowfall warning. So I'm going to be talking more about that coming up at 6.
We'll see you at 6. I'll see you